Welcome to Jane Talks. Lately I've been talking a lot about anger. Today I'd like to go a little bit deeper, I guess because there's a solution. There's a solution to managing your anger. And there are three R's to anger. There's reaction, there's response, and there's resilience. When we think of all those three things, all of us have an idea in our mind of what that is. And I'd just like to explain briefly how it appears to me. So reaction is born out of emotion. It's the knee-jerk response or reaction that happens in answer to a trigger, whether we've been triggered to a flight or a fight response, whether we've been triggered by fear, whether we've been triggered by fear for ourselves or for someone that we love. Our buttons have been pushed, that's the bottom line. And there are times when reaction is imperative. If you see your child wandering towards the middle of a very busy street, your reaction is imperative. Go and get your kid. Not only do we experience the momentary reaction, but we also experience the after effects. So we feel guilty, we feel shame for either what we've done or what somebody else has done. And in order to avoid that, we have to learn to respond. A response is something that we've thought about. A response doesn't happen immediately. It isn't a knee-jerk reaction. A response is your knowledge that you have control over a situation. If you are in a heated argument with someone and you have a feeling that they are fast approaching the point where they're going to get physical, what options do you have? An example could be a warning. Don't touch me. Or, I wouldn't do that if I was you. That's not weakness. That's taking a stand. That's trying to help the other person to respond rather than react. And those are the things that happen that allow us to feel in control. And that's ultimately what point we need to get to in order to be resilient, the last R. We need to be able to respond to situations, and it's not only anger, it can be anything. It can be any extreme emotion that we feel. We react to it, and often we react to it passionately because we're reacting instead of stopping and saying, wait, I have control over this situation. Resiliency is it's not toughing it out or living by an old cliche such as, grin and bear it or suck it up, buttercup. It doesn't mean ignore your feelings. You experience your feeling. It doesn't mean going it alone, but rather reaching out to your friends. And when we realize that we can feel what we're feeling with no guilt and no shame, when we realize that, that's true resilience. That's the point we get to so that we don't react, but rather respond to the situations that occur in life. That's the main importance of the three R's of anger. It's sometimes difficult to practice, but again, practice makes perfect. The more we respond, the more resilient we become. And then the resilience takes over, and in the situation, it's not an option. We don't react, we respond. We only react when we have to. And as I said, there are times when we have to. That's my take on it. I hope you have an awesome week.